Today I'm going to be showing you the best tips and tricks for the Apple Watch Series 7. This video is going to cover all the tips, tricks, and hidden features you're going to need to know to become an Apple Watch expert. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video, the best tips and tricks for the Apple Watch Series 7. I want to show you guys a brand new app for the Apple Watch Series 7. So once you get the Apple Watch and pair it with your iPhone, this app is going to automatically appear on your iPhone as well. So you can use this app on whatever device you want, but let me show you where it is and what it's called. This is the activity app right here. As you can see, it's this bullseye looking app with the colorway right here. We're going to click on it. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about it. So basically, as you can see, I have three arrows, a red, green, and blue arrow. As the day goes by and the more I have physical activity, those arrows are going to begin to move more around this bullseye ring, like the logo of the app. It's the morning here, so I obviously haven't moved much, but as that day goes by, you'll see it move more. And then, basically, let's scroll down right here. You're going to see these different options. It's going to be move, exercise, and stand. Now, I set different goals I want for each of those three options. Move, I want 620 calories burned. Exercise, I want 60 minutes of exercise. And I want to stand for 12 hours a day. Now, I'll show you guys how to change that in a minute, but let's just scroll down right here. You're going to see this graph right here giving some data and metrics on how much you're moving in that physical activity. It's going to give further ones down here. Then it's going to show me how many steps I've moved today, total distance I've moved, how many flights of stairs I've climbed. And then basically, let's just click weekly summary right here, and it's going to give me my information about how I've done this whole week. You can also change your goals. So let's go change goals. Say I want 620 calories. Say I want 630 calories. I'm just going to click next. I want 65 minutes. You can change that however you want. Click next. How many hours you want to stand. I'll go down one. And then those are my goals. So basically, let's swipe right here. And then to start sharing your activity, use your fitness app on your iPhone. So once you have this set up, just go to your iPhone and this will appear and mirror your iPhone on your Apple Watch. And then also, you can't really see it because these are all, I haven't accomplished any of these goals yet or awards. But once I accomplish these goals on a daily basis, these rings are going to become shaded with the colors, and they'll be considered my awards for doing that physical activity. The Apple Watch, they always do a good job at ensuring and making sure you're staying healthy, and this is another step in that milestone for Apple and the Apple Watch. I definitely recommend using if you're an active person. It's just a good indicator of where you're at. Similar to the activity app we have right here, which I already talked about, you also have this fitness app. So basically, it's right here. It's this green app with the man running on it. You just want to click on that, and you're gonna have all these different workout options. So say you can go anywhere from outdoor walk, outdoor run, outdoor cycling, indoor walk, indoor run, indoor cycle, elliptical, power. There's tons of them. As you can see, there's actually way more than I expected. So say we want to do a classic outdoor walk. I'm going to open that goal, and basically it's going to say 3, 2, 1. It's going to count down, and it's going to start timing how much I'm walking. My BPM is going to be measured during that. It's the green blinking light on the bottom of my Apple Watch. You can't see it, but that's how it's picking up my BPM. It's going to say how much feet I've walked. It's going to give me, I can pause it, I can end it if I want. I'm going to scroll to the right here. I can also listen to music on that. All I have to do is just press play. If I have my AirPods or any earphone device connected to my iPhone, I can also connect that to my Apple Watch to play my music. And that's a little bit about one of the options. As you can see, there are tons of different options I can choose from depending on what type of workout you enjoy. Like I said, the Apple Watch it does a very good job at keeping track of your health and ensuring that you are an active person. So if you are active and you like to work out, I definitely recommend using this app along with the activity app to track your goals and get accomplishments based on those goals. Apple Watch has always done a great job providing us with accurate health data and analytics, and now with the Apple Watch Series 7, you can actually track your blood oxygen content. I think this is very cool, and it's a great indicator of how much oxygen's in your blood, and I'm going to show you guys how to set it up right now. Basically, you just want to go to apps right here, and you're going to scroll down to this app with the red and blue lines. This is the blood oxygen app. You just want to click that. And the first thing before you do this, it's important to note that you want to have your watch not too tight but not too loose on your wrist. You also don't want it too low or too high on your wrist as well, and you want to be you don't want to move a lot at all while this is going on. So I got to be very gentle and very careful of not moving while I'm showing you guys this. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to click start right here. It's going to count down from 15 seconds, and there's going to be a red blinking light at the bottom of my Apple Watch, and that's going to be picking up the measurements. So hopefully this works, because I might be moving, but let's see. There we go. 96% blood oxygen content. This is just a good health indicator like all the other metrics Apple Watches provide for you, and I think you guys should definitely try this when you get your new Apple Watch.
If you're still using old-fashioned, slow charging and messy lightning charging cables, it is time for you to say goodbye to those. Your phone has incredible MagSafe technology built right into it, which allows you to wirelessly and magnetically charge your devices. If you're going to invest so much money into an iPhone, then you should be giving yourself a premium experience, which all starts with something that you need to do every day, and that is charging your actual device. Get the absolute most out of your iPhone with LGear's 2-in-1 lightning charging stand. This stand allows you to magnetically and wirelessly charge both your iPhone and your AirPods simultaneously. Place your phone anywhere on the sleek charging stand, and you're going to feel that magnet automatically attach right to your phone. LGear wanted to make sure that you can use your phone for all of its uses without having to take it off the stand, which is why they included dual coil technology, so you can use your phone both vertically and horizontally in landscape mode. This means that you can still send your messages, emails, or anything else, or you can flip your phone sideways and watch your favorite videos and movies while your phone is still being charged in the background. This stand is made with the highest quality materials like metal and tempered glass, and they also put non-slip silicone on the bottom of the stand. LGear used official MagSafe technology, so you never need to worry about your phone falling off the stand or having to fidget around with your phone to get it in the right position. As I already mentioned, this is a 2-in-1 lightning charging stand, so you can charge two devices at the same time by using the second wireless charger on the back of this stand. This is perfect for charging a pair of headphones or even a second iPhone. Wait no longer and finally go upgrade your charging experience by going to LGear.com. Stop using those old-fashioned, slow charging and messy lightning cables and upgrade to the 2-in-1 lightning charging stand that's perfect for your desk or your nightstand, and it's also being sold at an incredibly discounted rate. So go to LGear.com. The link's on the screen and down in the description. Enjoy.
Similar to previous Apple Watches, the Apple Watch Series 7 is also completely waterproof. This means you can completely submerge it in water. It is no big deal if it does get wet. However, if it does get water in it, there's no big deal. It actually has this water eject feature, which will allow it to spell out the water that is left in your Apple Watch. All you have to do is just go to your control center by swiping up and then scroll down. You're going to see this water icon right here. Just click that. And basically what's going to happen is it's going to say turn your digital crown to eject the water. I'm going to turn that right here, and it's going to make this beeping noise until all the water is gone. I have no water in it right now, but if it was, some water would come out just to spell it out of there, so it would be no issue. But that's one of the perks of the Apple Watch. In case you do go into large bodies of water with it, you can now eject that water. One of the coolest new features about the Apple Watch is the screen is actually much larger than the previous Apple Watches. As you can see, this time around it covers the full face of the watch, and this allows for much easier typing for messages. At first I thought, why would I use my Apple Watch to type out messages when I can just use my iPhone, as I thought it would be easier. But I've actually been using the messaging app a lot on my Apple Watch because it ended up being so easy. Let me show you how it's done. All you have to do is just, if you want to create a new message, you can just say you want to say hey. All you have to do is just swipe that and move around like that. How? And it's also a really good autocorrect, so if you do mess up a word, the Apple Watch is pretty intuitive. It'll pick it up right away, and it's a very easy way to type out messages, much easier than you'd expect. I think you guys should definitely give it a try. I know I've already went to a lot of detail about the typing and how to use the Messages app on your Apple Watch Series 7, but there are a few different things you can do using your iPhone to more easily use the messaging app on your Apple Watch Series 7. So what I'm going to do is going to go to the Watch app on your Apple Watch, on your iPhone, and you want to scroll down until you get to Messages right here. So obviously we have the Mirror My iPhone or the custom. I recommend Mirror My iPhone. It's just an easier way to use the messaging app on your Apple Watch. But you see this default replies setting right here. All you want to do is just click that, and you have the smart replies on. So basically what this means is you have all these different options that are very intuitive. So depending on what someone texts you, the Apple Watch will pick that up and come up with formulate a good response based on that text. I mean, they're going to be simple because it's not going to be too intuitive to the point where you can't go into much detail, but you see all these, you can have that on. You can shut that off or turn that on. I have mine on. Then you can also have an add reply. So say you want to say, sounds good. You can do that as well. You can add that. You can add a reply saying, see you later. And you can also basically any type of default reply you want, you can have that set up on your messaging app on your iPhone, on the messaging settings. So it's just an easier way to pick up and respond to texts that are easy to reply to. It's very intuitive, like I said. That's just another tip about the messaging app if you want to use that. Like I said, I keep mine on. Your preference, it does make it easier, so I definitely do recommend using that when typing on your Apple Watch. Okay guys, Microsoft Bing is giving back to us this holiday season with its incredible in-app Christmas event, so you do not want to miss out on this opportunity. So remember to log in to Microsoft Bing starting on December 22nd and shake that Christmas tree to earn cash back and other great rewards. It ends December 29th, so do not miss out and start shaking that Christmas tree then. Guys, now we're going to dive into some features about Microsoft Bing Search itself. It's an incredible search engine app. It has some features that I never even knew search engines could have, and it goes above and beyond with its features. Obviously, you can type in and search in the search bar right here whatever you're looking for. You can use a voice memo or take a picture to find that information. But besides that, there's tons of other features I want to dive into. For example, they have this whole news page dedicated to top stories or for you. You can update and edit this however you want to make it fit what interests you. So I definitely recommend doing that once you get the app. Then we go over here, you're gonna have all your different tabs. You can clear these obviously by just clicking that, but the coolest part about Microsoft Bing is you see these 5 apps right here. We have money, cashback, wallpapers, weather, and COVID-19. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many apps you can access on Microsoft Bing. For example, if we click this app section right here, it's gonna take us to all these different apps. As you can see, there's tons of different variety. They have over 100 plus games right at your fingertips. They have a math section, a cashback section, a grocery cashback section, and so many more. So I'm going to dive into a few of these just to show you. So for example, if we click on cashback, this is what I was talking about earlier. They have earn cashback every time you shop. So for example, it's going to give us tons of different stores to choose from, and it's going to show us how much money or what percentage we can get back when we shop at these stores. So this is one of the best features about Microsoft Bing. Definitely go to this when you get the app. If we go back to apps, you're going to see we have wallpapers. Let's go to that. It's going to show us daily image. So every day they're going to have a new image. They're going to have a gallery to choose from with tons of cool pictures. So if you want to change your background, you can definitely do that. We have the solid color option. But if we go back to apps, I'll go to one more. And for example, let's go to math. So if you want to solve a math problem, it's actually going to plug into this camera right here, similar to the app Photo Math. So when you take a photo of a problem that you need help with, it'll plug it into Bing and it'll help you solve it based on answers on the internet. So tons of different features you can choose from. This was just the tip of the iceberg. These were only a few, but I definitely recommend checking this app out and going to the in-app Christmas event starting on December 22nd. Thank you guys for watching. Previously told you guys the Apple Watch Series 7 does have a much larger screen. This allows you to type easier and allow you to see better on the Apple Watch. But say you do have some eyesight trouble or you do want what you see a little more enlarged, all you have to do is just go to your settings right here and you're going to scroll down to accessibility, and basically what's going to happen is you just click accessibility and you're going to have this zoom option on. I have mine off, but basically say when I turn that on, you can double tap with 2 fingers to zoom, then rotate the digital crown to adjust your view. So I have mine not that high right now because I can see fine, but say I want to turn that on, right? The zoom is now enabled. Basically what's going to happen is I'm going to tap twice and now you can read that up close. So say you want to go to, I'm going to double tap that, and I'm going to go to the App Store. I'm gonna go to the App Store and say I can't read that close enough. I'm just gonna double tap and I'm gonna be able to read that in more detail up close. And I don't recommend this because I can see fine. But if for people who do have trouble seeing or reading things from far away on your Apple Watch, because the screen is obviously smaller than an Apple iPhone, then you can use this to zoom. I'm gonna shut mine off, but in case you do need that, you have that option as well. That's just a little tip for people who have trouble seeing. You can actually use your Apple Watch Series 7 to make payments when you're out purchasing any products. So basically what I have set up is, see the side button right here? I know we already talked about it. All I have to do is just double click that and my Apple Cash is gonna pop up. I do not have mine set up right now, but it's a very easy process to set up. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it right now. You cannot do it on your Apple Watch itself. You're gonna wanna go to your iPhone, which I'll get right here. And I'm going to show you guys how to set that up. So basically, you're going to want to go to your settings, your Apple Watch settings, excuse me, and you're going to want to scroll down until you see Wallet and Apple Pay. So basically, I have Apple Cash on. Basically, this means you can send and receive money in your text messages on your Apple Watch. So if someone wants to send you money for anything or you need to send them money, I have that on. You can just turn that on right here to set that up. Apple Cash not set up. Basically what you want to do is, all you have to do is just set up your Apple Cash card to send and receive money in your messages. So I'm going to click continue. I'm not going to set it up, but basically what would happen is it's going to give you some terms and agreements. You're going to agree to those or disagree to those. I'm going to agree. And then it's going to set up Apple Cash. What's up, guys? Apple Cash is now set up. It was taking a moment earlier, so I moved on to another clip, but it's done now. I'm just gonna click done, and now I have that set up on my iPhone. You also have other cards on your phone that you can set up, so if you want to add your debit card or your credit card, you can add that as well. All you have to do is click add right there. You can set up an express transit card if you have one. I don't have one, so I'm not going to do that. And then there's transaction details, so you have the default card or your other card like your debit card. You can choose which one you want to use when making those payments. You have your shipping address. I have my home one, but you can set up wherever you need that shipping address to be. You can add your email. You can change that depending on all these transactions and whatever you use for that email and for your debit card. You scroll down, you have your phone number. You're going to want that when having the transaction details. And then you can also allow your payments on your Mac. I have that turned on, but if you don't have a Mac, you obviously don't need that on. And then obviously when your Apple Watch can mirror your iPhone, or you can set up a custom setting that will be different from your iPhone. It's easier. I recommend using Mirror My iPhone. It's a much easier way to look at your information when making transactions. But that's a little bit about Wallet and Apple Pay. If you guys want to more efficiently send money to your friends or use your Apple Cash, all you have to do is just use your Apple Watch. It's very easy. It's better than, in my opinion, than having to pull out your phone and do it through there. So I definitely recommend turning this on. Another great new feature about the Apple Watch Series 7 is this sleeping tracking app. Basically what happens is you can set a standard bedtime and wake up time for every morning, and it'll automatically set an alarm on your Apple Watch and your iPhone. So basically if I want to wake up at 7:45 and go to bed at 11:45, at 11:45 p.m. I'll get a notification on my Apple Watch and my iPhone saying, hey, it's time to go to bed, and then I'll get a nice soothing alarm in the morning when it's time to wake up. Also, it can track how many hours you sleep each night. For example, last night I got 8 hours and 38 minutes. Decent night's sleep. But it's an amazing feature to let you know how your sleeping schedule is working out for you, if you need to change it, what you need to do differently, and how many hours you're getting. If you're getting too little of hours, it'll also notify you when that's happening. The standard is about 7 hours, and anything above that is considered a good night's sleep. So I've been using this to help me sleep, and it's been giving me a lot of good information about my sleeping habits and what I need to do differently and what I'm good at. And I think it's an amazing feature. And you guys, if you want to help, if you have trouble sleeping, then I definitely recommend using this app. I use it every night, and you guys should definitely start setting a schedule and checking out how many hours you're sleeping per night. I'm going to show you guys a great, cool feature that allows your Apple Watch to be a nightstand clock. So say instead of sleeping with your Apple Watch on your wrist, you have it charging next to your bed. You can actually turn on a night mode setting that allows your watch to become a nightstand clock. Let me show you how to set that up. It's really easy. All you have to do is just go to settings right here, and you're going to go down to general, and we're going to scroll down until we see nightstand mode. Basically, I have mine off, but I will turn mine on once I explain to you guys how it works. Basically, while it's charging, if you have an alarm set on your Apple Watch, the screen will gently brighten until the minutes leading up to it. So say you have an alarm for 7:45. As it gets closer and closer to 7:45 with the nightstand mode, your Apple Watch is going to begin to bright up a little more and little more and little more until that alarm hits, and then it's going to start beeping. Your phone's going to go off as well. So I always set an alarm, so I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to use this. I think it's definitely something you should do. It helps you get up in the morning, and I definitely recommend it. If for some reason you need to get a screenshot on your Apple Watch, I'm going to show you guys how to set that up. It is very easy. All you have to do is just go to settings on your Apple Watch. You can also do this on your iPhone, but for this purpose, I'll show you on the Apple Watch. We're going to go to general. You'll see that right here. Just click right there. You're going to scroll down until you see this screenshots option. We're going to just click that, and then you're only going to have this one option right here saying enable screenshots. Basically what happens when I turn this on, you're going to be able to click these two buttons, the crown and the side button, at the exact same time, and you'll be able to screenshot. Let's turn this on, and I'll show you guys how it's done. We'll just take a screenshot of the app page. I'm just going to hold these two buttons down. Whoops, let me try that again. There we go. Now basically what's going to happen is that screenshot should show up on my pictures. Basically I have this right here, these two pictures of the home screen I took. Obviously you might have to take a screenshot of more important information, but I was just showing you guys how the screenshot works, so I just took a picture of the app page. Numerous ways you can contact Siri through your Apple Watch. I definitely recommend using Siri for your Apple Watch. It's very easy to contact her instead of having to pull your iPhone and use that to connect with her. All you have to do, the standard way, is all you have to do is just hold down the crown right here, hold down for a second, and Siri will pop up. You can talk to her. There's also other ways. You just want to go to settings right here. I'm going to scroll down until I see Siri. Click Siri right here. You can listen for Hey Siri. I have that on, so when I say Hey Siri like I just did, she'll contact you. You can raise to speak. I have that on. Like I said, you can press the digital crown to contact her. That's the standard way. You can obviously, like you can do on the iPhone, you can change the language of Siri depending on where you're from or what your ethnicity is. You can use a Siri voice. You can check your Siri history in case you want to know what you said during recent conversations. Voice feedback's always on for me. You control it with silent mode. You can use your headphones only. So basically what this means is, say you only have your headphones and you only want to contact her when you have your AirPods or your earphones connected to your Apple Watch. She'll only contact you when those are in. So you also have that option in case you don't want to have her speak out loud in front of a bunch of people and you just want her through your earphones. You can do that as well. But those are some ways you can contact Siri. I can change my voice volume speaker when I contact her. Depending on how loud it is, she'll hear you or she might not. But I have mine all the way up, so it's easy for her to pick up when I talk to her. But that's a little bit how to contact Siri. There's obviously multiple options, as I've explained. The standard way is holding the crown down. But if you have a preference, you can obviously go off of that. I want to show you guys an amazing feature I actually just found out about the Apple Watch Series 7. If you go to settings right here, you can actually have a hand washing timer. So the Apple Watch will detect when you're washing your hands, and if you turn on this timer right here, like I will right now, once 20 seconds is up, your Apple Watch will send a nice alarm or a beep that'll notify you that you're done washing your hands. You can also set washing hands reminders, as it's always important to remember to wash your hands, and the Apple Watch does a great job at reminding you about this. So this is a cool new feature. I just found out about it, and it just helps. It helps self-cleanliness, and I think you guys should definitely turn on this notification on your Apple Watch. After you have that wrist orientation set up, you can now make other changes to your Apple Watch through your iPhone. I think one of the important settings to go to is accessibility. This gives you tons of different options of how you want your Apple Watch set up. So let's, for example, go to bold text. This basically means that whenever messages you get or any text you see on your Apple Watch, that'll mean they'll be show up bolded. I prefer mine off. You can also have this Assistive Touch setting, which is brand new. It's very cool. What happens is when you do different hand motions, such as pinching your finger or holding your wrist like that, it'll initiate different changes. So let's continue this on the Apple Watch right here. And you just double click to set up right here, into the passcode, and then double click to confirm. And that is now set up. Basically what was happening, if I have my Apple Watch on, say I do a different hand motion, such as I clench my fist, what will happen is it'll initiate a specific change that you want. So say I clench my fist, that means my messages can show up, or I hold my fist down, Siri can show up, or I pinch my fingers. Basically this means anything you want to happen or change through your Apple Watch, you can now do that with your Assistive Touch. I'll go into more detail on this in the next clip, but this is a great new feature for the Apple Watch, and I'll show you guys how to do it. Going into more detail about Assistive Touch, basically I want to show you guys the different gestures you can use to initiate these changes with Assistive Touch. So say we go to hand gestures and we see this pinch option, we'll click on that right there, and you'll see when you pinch your fingers together like this on the hand that has your Apple Watch, it'll initiate any change you want depending on that. So say I click on Siri. Next time I have my Apple Watch on and I pinch my fingers down like this, basically what will happen is Siri will be contacted, and you can talk to her and ask her whatever you need to do. Basically, if you want her to hold the side button down and shut off your Apple Watch, all you have to do is pinch right here and your Apple Watch will shut off. You also have a few other gestures, double pinch, and you can choose whatever you want, same things this time around. But depending on what gesture you want to use, you can have a clenched fist, a pinch, a double clench, and whatever you want. And basically those will initiate the different changes for your Assistive Touch. Now that I explained Assistive Touch to you guys, I want to basically show you how it works on the Apple Watch. So say I want double clench to mean Siri. All I have to do on my Apple Watch is just clench my fist twice, and Siri will appear, and you can ask her whatever you want. Say you want one clench or a pinch to mean Siri, you can set that as well. I have clench being Apple Pay, but it's up to you what you want, whatever your preference is. But that's a little bit about Assistive Touch, and I think you guys should definitely check out this amazing, cool feature. Show you guys another really cool app that you probably didn't even know you had, or you often forget about it. It is called the Shortcuts app. Basically, it is this app right here with the red and blue colorway. You're just going to want to click that, and you're going to have multiple shortcuts options. Before I go over these two, I'm going to explain to you what a shortcut is. Basically, what a shortcut is a quick way to run actions like these ones given: toggle theater mode, ping my iPhone, turn water lock on. You can customize these depending on what kind of shortcuts you want. All you have to do is do certain hand gestures or click a certain button on the Apple Watch to initiate these to allow for a shortcut. But since you guys know what that is, there's a few options they already give you. The Shazam shortcut. So basically what this is, say you like a song that you're listening to but you don't know what it's called. All you have to do is just click Shazam, and it's going to listen to that song you enjoy and it'll pick it up right away. So now you can add that song to your playlist and listen to it whenever you want, and now you know the name of that song. There's also this fun music quiz game. So when you click on the music quiz, it's going to give you 5 rounds of different songs, and you get to guess which of those songs are. So let's play it right now. As you can see, you listen to a music, then pick a song. There are 5 rounds. So now it's listening to that song. It's going to ask me which one of these songs that is, and I'm going to know that is Vacation by the Go-Go. So I'm going to click that, and it's going to tell me, right, I was correct. So far I'm 1 for 1. There are 5 rounds. So if you ever are bored and want to play a game or find some new music, you can do it this way on the Shortcuts app. I was actually playing with this yesterday. I actually had so much fun with it. You wouldn't think the Apple Watch even had this option. I never knew about it. But if you want to have some fun, listen to music, or even find new songs, or even set up any other shortcuts that you want to do for your Apple Watch, you can gladly do that. Not sure about you guys, but the first thing I love to do in the morning when I wake up is check my news, check what's going on with the world, if there's anything important I need to look at or anything I want to read I find interesting. You can obviously do this on your iPhone, but it's important to note that on your iPhone, you can customize what type of news or what kind of categories you want to be reading for your news, whatever interests you, whatever you feel is important. So once that's set up, all you have to do is just go to your news app right here. It's this app right here. You're going to click on it, and right away it's going to pop up with my top stories. So say I want to read that, I can either continue to read that on here, or I can go to my iPhone and read that if I want to read it in more detail. But you can also have the option to save this for later, or just go to the next story I'm going to go next story. It's going to give me 5 stories in total based on what I find interesting. These are my top stories, so that's what I wanted to have on my Apple iPhone. But it's up to you what you want. Like I said, you can customize that in your news app. And then say I want to save that for later, I can click on the next story and the next story. And once that's done, you can save that for later. And these are basically just a way to keep you updated with what's going on in the world. So it's really up to you what you want in what kind of categories you want for your news. But if you want to get a little headline about what's going on in the world, I definitely recommend going to your news app on your Apple Watch. Similar to your iPhone, you can actually track the amount of noise or audio you are listening to on your Apple Watch Series 7. Basically, what this app will show you is if you're listening to too much audio, if you're listening to too little, if it's too loud, if it's completely fine. It'll notify you how much audio you're listening to and whether it's too much or not. So basically, what you want to do is just go to your apps, and you're going to see this yellow app with the hearing icon right here, the ear right here. You want to click on that, and basically, it's going to tell me what number of dBs my noise is. So basically I'm at 68, but it's changing as I'm speaking right now. And it basically gives you a little note that says this is okay audio. So long-term exposure to this sound at this level should not affect your hearing. So that's a good thing to hear. Obviously I'm going to click learn more for your guys' sake. It's going to tell me about the different information about the different ranges of audio or noise that I'm listening to. So like I said, we were okay, but say I'm listening to music too loud, it'll give you this note saying repeated long-term exposure to the sounds above 80 dB can lead to permanent damage. Consider using hearing protection or move into a quiet area. It'll tell you the amount of time it's okay to listen to this loud of noise for these ranges of dBs. So that's a little bit information about those. And we all love listening to our favorite music or audio, podcasts, whatever it may be, but you do not want to damage your ears. Obviously, you don't want to listen to music too loud because that can lead to permanent damage. It's important to protect your ears from these damaging noises. The Apple Watch and the iPhone does a great job ensuring that you are not damaging your ears. You can turn on this headphone notifications setting on your iPhone as well. That'll let you know when you're listening to music too loud. It'll send you a notification on your Apple Watch or your iPhone telling you that, hey, this is too loud, you need to turn it down. You can also turn on a reduced sound setting on your iPhone. Basically, when you're listening to music too loud or audio too loud, the iPhone will automatically turn it down without you even knowing to protect your ears. This is a little bit about the audio and the noise just to protect your ears. I definitely recommend checking that every now and often to see if you're listening to music too loud because you do not want to damage your ears. You want to have those hearing as well as they can. So I definitely recommend checking this out. Sure, you're already aware you can use any of your Apple devices to read any of your ebooks or read anything on those devices, but it can be tricky to actually read a book on your Apple Watch, as the screen is small. It's bigger than the previous Apple Watches, but it's still a difficult task to do. So you can actually go to this audiobook app on your Apple Watch, and basically what happens is if you have audiobooks on your iPhone, those will automatically sync into your Apple Watch. You also have your library. I don't have any, but say you want to listen to an audiobook, all you have to do is either plug in your AirPods or listen to it without those. And basically that book you're reading or that text you're reading, it'll start to play through your Apple Watch. You can customize the voice you want it to be read in. But in case, I know, like I said, it can be hard to read a full book or any type of news or any type of text on an Apple Watch. The screen's smaller than the other devices. So you'd obviously prefer to read those on the larger devices, but in case you want to listen to them, which I do recommend, I'm more of a listener than reader. So for me, I like to listen to stuff. So in case you want to listen to your books, all you have to do is just go to audiobooks and play those. Click that if you have books downloaded, and you can listen to whatever you want on that. Also, if you want to listen to other stuff besides music, you also have this podcast app right here. And then similar to the audiobooks, you're going to have whatever podcast you have downloaded to your iPhone or any of your Apple devices. They will appear on your Apple Watch as well. And then you can listen to those through your Apple Watch. So when you're walking to class, or if you like to work with some sort of noise in the background or someone talking, you can do that as well with your podcast. If you just love listening to podcasts in general, it's easy to have that connected to your Apple Watch just to listen. I definitely recommend checking out if you are a big fan of ebooks or podcasts. Those are a few ways you can listen to different type of content on your Apple Watch. So if you're a fan of that, I definitely recommend setting this up. Personally, don't use voice memos a lot. I usually like to write them in my notes to remember something or set reminders. But say you're the type of person who likes to hear out what you need to do or hear out some important information, you can actually go to the voice memos app on your Apple Watch. It is very easy to use. So say you want to write a note or say something, all it has to do is just tap to record. You can tap to record, say anything you want into your Apple Watch instead of using your iPhone, because it's right on your wrist. It's much easier instead of having to pull that out your iPhone. So you can speak and say whatever you do, and you can record that. And once you're done recording, all you have to do is just click stop, and then that will be saved in your voice memo section. Like I said, I usually write notes, but if you're a person who likes to hear things out rather than reading, I do recommend you use this, but it's up to you. And that's one of the cool new features about the Apple Watch I definitely think you guys should check out. I've already showed you guys that in the control center you have this Walkie Talkie option, but I'm actually going to go to the app now and show you guys how it works. It's very easy. All you want to do is just go to your apps, and you're going to see this yellow camera Walkie Talkie type app. You're going to just click on that, and it's going to explain a little bit about Walkie Talkie. Basically, you can talk with your friends to your Apple Watch, and all you have to do is just go to your contacts and choose which ones you want to talk to whenever you're available. So if I go to my iPhone now, I'm going to show you guys the Walkie Talkie app on my iPhone. Basically, you're going to want to go to Apple Watch settings right here, and you want to scroll all the way down till you see Walkie Talkie. We're going to click on that, and there's only a few options, but you can allow notifications. You can have those sent to your notification center or have those notifications off. For notification grouping, you just click I have mine on automatic, but you also have the options of off and by app. That's a little bit about Walkie Talkie. It's pretty cool if your friends have an Apple Watch. You can definitely use that instead of talking on the phone. I've used it. It's kind of fun. It's a different way to speak to your friends than usually just talking on the phone or FaceTime. I definitely recommend checking it out if you do have an Apple Watch Series 7. I'm going to show you guys how to prevent battery aging with your AirPod. For those who don't know what battery aging is, it's basically the longer you have a device for or a product for, the battery begins to get old and worn out, and you begin to lose battery faster than when you first got the product. So I'm sure you're all aware, with the iPhone, to turn on battery saving mode, all you have to do, I have mine on right now, you have to click this button right here, and that'll allow some features in the iPhone to save some battery, especially when it's getting low. I'm going to show you guys how to turn this on with your Apple Watch as well. Basically, it's very easy. All you have to do is just go to settings, and you're going to scroll down to battery. So you're going to see it gives some battery information. It gives me what percent I am at, how much I'm using it, when was it last charged, and I'm just going to scroll down a little bit more, and it's going to give me this battery health option. So power reserve, I'm going to click on that. This gives some information about battery health, and I already have mine on. As you can see, it's optimized battery charging. So basically, to reduce battery aging, the Apple Watch will learn from your daily charging routine, so it can wait until finished charging past 80%. So basically what this means is it's going to pick up the times you're using your Apple Watch more and when you're using it less, and it's going to alter the battery usage depending on that time period you use it in. So that's a little bit, I think you guys should definitely turn this on, and it's definitely a good way to prevent battery aging. We all have had products have their batteries start to move very fast, drain very fast, and this is just a way to prevent that in the future. I'm actually relatively new to the Apple Watch, but I did recently find a cool feature on the Apple Watch I never knew you could do. Say you're out to dinner and you want to calculate a good tip. You can actually do that right on your Apple Watch instead of having to pull out your iPhone or any device and calculate it through there. It's very simple, it's very easy, and surprisingly, you're going to go to your calculator app. So right here, I'm going to go to my calculator app, and you're going to see right here, it's shaded, it's dull right now, it's going to say tip. So basically, say I go out to dinner and I purchase a $25 meal. Now the tip setting pops up. I'm going to click that, and you're going to see a standard tip, 20% tip right here. I can change that to whatever I want, but also I can choose the amount of people who are eating that. So basically it'll give me that percent tip. So if I do a 20% tip, that'll be $5 of that $25. It's only me eating that meal. So it's going to be a $30 total. I can obviously change this if it's more people, but I think you guys should definitely use this when you're out to dinner or getting food, because it's much easier than having to whip out your phone and use that instead.
I want to take a quick break from our video to show you the incredible application Rakuten. With Rakuten, you're going to start earning real cash back just for shopping at your favorite stores. And not only can you start earning real cash back today, if you use our exclusive link, you're going to also earn an additional $20 cash just for using our link and signing up for Rakuten. So to claim this $20 and start earning real cash back for shopping at your favorite stores, we're going to go to bit.ly/getebates-bonus. Now, this link is also going to be found in our description, but again, it is bit.ly/getebates-bonus. Now, you do need to use this exclusive link to get the $20 because we have partnered with Rakuten to get you the best exclusive deals just like this additional $20 cash. Now, this also helps support our channel, so we do appreciate you using this link, but you're also going to earn this free $20 plus other additional exclusive cashback deals that you'll find inside the app. So once you go to bit.ly/getebates-bonus, you'll see all you need to do is enter your email, password, or you can easily link your Google, Facebook, or Apple account. Now, it's completely free to sign up, and once you join and spend your first $20 on any of your favorite stores, you'll get this additional $20 cash bonus. So I want to show you inside the Rakuten application. So you'll see right away that there are just a ton of different stores giving you real cash back just for doing your typical shopping habits. For example, at Forever 21, they're giving you a 20% cash back. Finish Line, you can get 9% cash back. At Adidas, 6% cash back. Now, the application's incredible, super easy to use. They even will separate their deals based off of categories. So you can see they range all the way from home decor and furniture to clothing, even food and restaurants. You can start earning real cash back just by using this incredible application. Now, if we go inside, say, travel and vacations, let's see what deals they have going on today. So if you use Vrbo, the incredibly popular company Vrbo, you'll get an additional $10 cash back just for having your Rakuten account linked. Expedia, you can get up to 3.5% cash back, 2.5% cash back from turnkey vacation rentals. As you can see, there's just so many options, and you're really just losing out on money if you're not using Rakuten. It's completely free to sign up, and you're going to get an additional $20 cash bonus just for using our link, which again is bit.ly/getebates-bonus, or you can just go down to the link in our description and get signed up today.
I know we've already talked about a lot of the apps for the Apple Watch Series 7. As you can see, there is a ton of apps to go over, but I want to talk about the Heart app specifically because it has some new features for the Series 7. So with the Series 7, you can set up an electrocardiogram right on your wrist. The only thing is, if you're under 22, it will not allow you to do this as you're young, and they don't think you will need to have an electrocardiogram provided for you. But if you are older and health can be an issue, then it's a great way to track that, and your Apple Watch will notify you when things are out of sorts or irregular. If you have an irregular heart rhythm, you can set up an irregular rhythms notification in your health. So if something's out of sorts, it'll let you know that. You have a high heart rate and a low heart rate setting. So whenever your heart rate seems like it's too high or too low, your Apple Watch will of course let you know. You can have a notification grouping, so it can be by app, automatically, or off. But basically, the Apple Watch does a great job at tracking all your health metrics, and I think it's important for everyone to utilize those to their maximum potential because health is obviously very important. Like I said, it has a hand washing app, it has a mindfulness app. The Apple Watch just does a great job, and Apple itself, actually, the company, did a great job at ensuring that your health is okay and keeping track of what's good and what isn't good. Now I want to talk about these green blinking lights in the back of the Apple Watch. At first, I had no idea what these actually really did, but then I did some research, and essentially, the Apple Watch uses the green LED lights in the back to detect the amount of blood flow in your body and help determine your actual heart rate. So I don't have it attached to my wrist right now, but if I did, it'd be picking up that data and letting me know in one of the apps, the blood oxygen app inside my Apple Watch. I thought it was so cool. The Apple Watch is very intuitive with this stuff, and it seems like it gives real exact numbers, does an excellent job at that. And at times when the watch is taking more frequent heart rate measurements, the green LED lights will even be more active. So they're pretty bright right now, even though I don't have it attached to my wrist. I just turned on the setting to get the the green LED lights to show you what they look like. But whenever you see that going off on your wrist, don't worry about it. Don't freak out. It's just measuring the amount of blood flow for your heart rate. As you can see on my Apple Watch face, it'll obviously give me the time, which you'd expect, but also if you look closely, it's going to give me information about the weather, what day it is, the UV index, and what more. So let's click on the weather right here. It's going to give me the information about what the temperature is out today, what the air quality, the UV index, wind speed, all the metrics you need to know about your weather. It's going to give you the projected weather for the week and further. You can exit out of that. I'm going to go back to, you can click the date. It's going to say if you have any events scheduled, you can set those up on your calendar to mark important dates. I have no events that are important to me right now, but if you wanted to set those, they'd appear once you click on that icon right here under the date. We'll click on the UV index. Like I already said, we went to this already. I'll just give you more information about the weather. And then if we exit out of that, there's going to be this right here. This is my activity. So I already talked about this, but basically this will show how much you moved today. And by the time, the more you move, the more of these colored arrows will move around this ring. So that's just a good indicator of how much you're moving, how much activity you're having that day. So that's a little bit about the face screen. These are different options you can click on directly from the face instead of having to go into your apps like this. And that's just a cool little tip for you guys about the face of your watch. Previously showed you guys can customize whatever you want to be shown on the face of your Apple Watch. So say you want your weather, what day it is, other information, reminders, you can have that customized on your Apple Watch face. You just have to go to settings either on your Apple Watch or your iPhone to set that up. But say there are some information that you want to keep private, like your health or any other data. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Basically, all you want to do is just go to settings and then scroll down all the way to privacy right here and just click on that. Now these are going to give you all these things, all these different options you can keep private or not. A lot of these I don't have private because I feel like there's no need for them to be private. But say, for example, you have health issues or you want to keep your health private and you don't want that known you don't want to see that on your face watch, or you don't want maybe other people to by accidentally see that on your face watch. You can shut that off. All you have to do is just click on that and turn it off. Also, I do recommend that another important notification I think you want on is this fall detection. So basically what happens is, say you fall and you do not move for a little bit, that can signify that you're hurt or in danger or you're having some sort of underlying health issues. Basically with that fall detection data sharing on, what happens is when you fall and that happens, you're not moving, the Apple Watch will pick that up and send a notification to some sort of authorities to get you help or any type of help you need to get if you're in trouble. So I definitely recommend keeping that on. Obviously, we don't want this to happen to anyone, but I do recommend keeping that on because if you do shut that off, the Apple Watch will not be able to pick that up. So in case you do fall, hopefully that doesn't happen, you do want that on. There's also other privacy options just to keep things private from other people. It's up to you what you want, but that's a little bit about the privacy setting. Obviously, I only have my weather, my date, the sun, the UV index, and my activity shown on the face of my watch. But like I said, you can customize that to whatever you feel is you want shown. If you don't want things shown, you can shut those off as well. Another setting you can alter for your Apple Watch is this dock setting right here. For those who don't know what that means, basically on your Apple Watch, you have this small little button right here. All you have to do is just click that and your dock is going to pop up. What this means is these are either the apps that you just recently went on or your favorite apps. So I have mine set to recent right now. So the most recent apps I've been on is my tips, my workouts, my settings, and my camera roll. But depending on what you want, if you want recents or your favorites, you can choose which one you want. And that, whenever you click this small little button right here, that's going to pop up on your dock. So I have mine as recents, like I said, but if you want to set these certain favorite apps to have easy access to, all you have to do is click right there and they'll appear. I want to show you guys a great hidden feature that you can use on your Apple Watch. I have my Apple Watch settings up on my iPhone right now. So let's go to sound and haptics right here. If you scroll down to cover to mute, basically what this means is when you receive an alert on your Apple Watch and you don't want it to go off, you don't want a noise to come off, and you don't want that vibration on your wrist, all you have to do is just, I don't have mine on my wrist, but all you have to do is just cover your Apple Watch with your palm, and your Apple Watch will pick up that sensor and that notification to mute all alerts that you get. So it's an easy way to just mute your conversations or mute your alerts when you don't want them to be heard or felt on your wrist. And I just found this out recently, and I think it's a very cool feature you guys should all check out. All of our lives can get extremely busy, and that can lead to a lot of stress. That's why it's always important to reflect, close your eyes, take a large breath, and be great and appreciate the things that you're grateful for in life. The Apple Watch Series 7 has actually created a mindfulness app to help aid in this process. So if we go to it, you're going to have multiple options: reflect and breathe. Basically, you can change the duration of each of those times. If you want 1 minute or more, you can do that. And basically, say we click on reflect, it'll tell you to take a moment to pause and appreciate the great things you're grateful for in life. So now it'll show this amazingly relaxing colorway. And all you have to do is just do whatever you need to do while this is on to help you breathe and appreciate the things that you enjoy in life. Say we want to exit out of that and go to breathe now. You can also change the duration of that and do whatever you need to do for that. And it'll give you this context saying, be still, bring your attention to your breath, and help you breathe and guide that breathing process. Taking deep breaths every day is an extremely important thing to help you relax and reduce stress. So I definitely recommend using this, and the Apple Watch does an amazing job at aiding in this process. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. These were the best tips and tricks for the Apple Watch Series 7. If you guys found this video helpful, please make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more great content. Also, feel free to let us know in the comments what your favorite tip or trick was. Thank you guys for tuning in.